This is the Division II Southern California Championship Boys Soccer here on Play On Sports. Alongside Manny Nunez, I'm Michael Conowitz here at Warren High School in Downey, California for the Division II SoCal Regional Championship of Division II on the boys side. And we've got an interesting matchup here tonight, Manny. San Jacinto coming in, the typical powerhouse, the typical strong team that should be here at the end. 25-2 and 3 on the season, ranked number 54 in the state. Typical rankings and record there. Canoga Park, not so much.
Yeah, if you really look at Canoga Park, again, as you mentioned, they are ranked only about 100th in the state of California, but the one thing they can really bank on for this Canoga Park team is the fact that they've really are riding a huge high. They really walked down in that city section final, and ever since then, they took over in that SoCal regional final. In the semifinal, they actually played one of the toughest opponents in the Southern California. The team from Servite at Anaheim. They actually beat them down by a score of 3-1. That was actually just on Thursday night. For this team to win a section title last week, okay, and then to win 2 straight games to get to this point, especially during the middle of the season where they won 8 straight where they had 8 winless games, a very, very impressive feat in itself.
Yeah, like you said, Manny, the Hunters 15-10-4 and had that streak in the middle of the season after starting out a strong 7-3. They went 0-7-1 for a streak, weren't looking good. Finally, a 3-0-2 push got them in to the section playoffs. Won 4 games there, and then it's been all history since. Quite a Cinderella story for Canoga Park, and we'll see if they can continue that tonight. But a tough opponent in San Jacinto.
Now, if you obviously talk about San Jacinto, ranked pretty high in the state, 52nd in the state overall, but again, this will be probably one of the toughest opponents that Canoga Park will face off here this season. Obviously, everything's laying on the line, so for San Jacinto, you know that Canoga Park is pretty much playing really with everything on the line. They're going to leave it on the field, recognizing this is their last game for both sides, but for San Jacinto, if they want to really come out on top in this game, for San Jacinto, you know that Canoga Park is going to be firing on all cylinders from start to finish, especially in the beginning where they really can rev it up. So if you are the Tigers and you are on that Tiger squad, you really need to hold off on that regime in the beginning for the Hunters.
And Canoga Park, led by none other than a freshman in forward Ezequiel Quijada. He has 27 of Canoga Park's 59 goals on the season. Just a fantastic performance by a freshman, and he's also aided by Moises Sanchez, who leads the team in assists with 17 on the season, along with 5 goals on himself. But it's really Quijada, just a fantastic player as a freshman.
Yeah, very impressive, and really to have a young guy like that on your team, you know, if you play as a freshman for any high school squad, you definitely know that your program is definitely going in the right direction. So obviously for a player like that to really build off, this team is definitely going to really build off for years to come. It only matters here tonight.
So we're getting ready for the kickoff in any moment now, Willie, and no mistake, this is an audio-only broadcast here, but stay with us, and we'll have the scoreboard up there for you and have the commentary right here from Downey. And this is the end of the road. No state championship in soccer in California, so this is the championship, the end of the road, the SoCal championship game.
Yeah, this is the 6th year that the CIF committee has held a regional final here. All the games actually had been held here at Downey. Before, it was actually at Downey High School and then at Warren, but this time around they decided to have it at one venue and split off into 2 days. And again, the hype is really building off year after year. Before, they've had a lot of controversy with players playing over in big tournaments, because it was the same week where there was a lot of Las Vegas tournaments and Northern California tournaments. This time around, they've had it early enough so that none of them will be affected. It's a full roster, and this will be a very, very big game.
So Canoga Park, the Hunters, actually the home team in this game. They will be in their white jerseys with black lettering, and the Tigers, San Jacinto, in their black jerseys with white numbers and lettering, as it'll be Canoga Park starting things off. So we're just waiting to get things set here, and Canoga Park, such an underdog story, and now they have to really try and prove it here in the SoCal Championship game as we are underway, and Canoga Park going right to left in front of us in this first half, with it in the backfield. Anything you're looking for early on, Manny?
Well, one thing I do want to see is, again, how Canoga Park will start off in this game. If you really, again, if you're talking about the Hunters, they'll be coming out really quickly in these first 10 minutes of this game. So watch again. If you're the Tigers, you really want to start out hot in this first half.
So ball going back. Canoga Park still with it. It went out of bounds, but off of the Tigers. So Canoga Park attacking right to left. It's stolen back, and here come the Tigers, but they don't mount much of an attack. They keep it alive though, and about at midfield on the far side, it's out of bounds, and will go back to Canoga Park. Back in play, and Canoga Park with it on the near side around midfield. Just feeling things out here in the early minutes, and an over kick sends it back out, but Canoga Park will maintain possession and working with it on the far side, trying to set something up, backing it out, taking their time into the middle of the field. Luis Babadia working with it down the middle. The ball gets kicked out by a Tiger defender.
Come on, Weecho!
Canoga Park keeping it alive. A good first possession. First real attack here for them. Stolen away by the Tigers, trying to get it out of their territory. But white jerseys all around, keeping it on the Tiger side of the field. And now on the far side, the rain comes down. It's Quijada working with it on the far side. The leading scorer, 27 of the team's 59 goals coming from Quijada. And the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Will still be with Canoga Park just short of midfield. Just a couple minutes in here to this Division II Boys SoCal Championship game here on PlayOnSports.com.
Now, as you mentioned here, the rain in this game will play somewhat of a factor here tonight, but if you look at the field, it is a turf field, which is the reason why CIF did choose to play on this field. But again, rain won't play much of a factor, as the slickness won't really play overall. But again, the fatigue might. We did start the game at around 53 degrees tonight at kickoff tonight, so the coldest might play a factor depending on how these teams run out.
And the Tigers got it out of bounds, but it goes way out, and it's going to be Canoga Park ball now on the near side to our right. So Canoga Park will try and work it back onto the Tiger side of things. Good header there to save it for Giovanni Rizzo, but Canoga Park gets it right back, and at midfield, trying to set something up in midfield. It's on the far side and almost out of bounds, but the Hunters are able to save it on the far side, and it's kicked back out of bounds off of the Tigers, so the Hunters will maintain possession just past midfield. And now it's cleared out by the Tigers, but nobody back there really, and Canoga Park is easily going to push it back up, or try to, and they get it back across midfield in their white jerseys. The home team, even though they're the heavy underdog here, and finally Tigers able to get a hold of it and kick it deep, but a lot of white jerseys back there again, and Canoga Park seems to be dominating possession here early, Manny.
Yeah, again, in these early stages, it's what we kind of expected here in this game tonight. Again, for the Hunters, they're going to be going all out here overall.
Let's go, Canoga! Let's go! Let's go!
So working with it up the left side on the near side. It gets stolen away. A good attempt there by Babadia on the near side, but it gets stolen back and cleared out. But Canoga Park should be able to get it back, and they do as it goes out of bounds. And going down hard onto the track was a Tiger. And Daniel Martinez, a senior forward, went down hard, and I think he ate a little bit of the track there. Hopefully he'll be okay, as Canoga Park back in action, trying to set up an attack here, and easily fielded by the Tigers in the box. They'll clear it back out across midfield, but Canoga Park getting it back, and then it's stolen and out of bounds. Oh, they just save it. And now the Tigers trying to set up an attack, but Canoga Park again making a quick stop. The Tigers will set up something that looks like it has potential, but Canoga Park then making stops. And so now we have a chance as a goal for the Tigers, as breaking away, I believe, yes, it was the man who just went down and ate some of the track, coming back on and scoring the first goal of this Division II SoCal Championship was the senior Daniel Martinez. He broke away from the defense and was open for the goal.
And that was a huge goal there scored by the Tigers. Daniel Martinez going on that one-on-one break, finding it wide open right in front of that goalkeeper, and he snuck it right into the back of the net. A beautiful move, and that's what the Tigers needed to go up on top here 1-0.
Canoga Park looked pretty dominant here in the first few minutes, Manny. What did you see happen there?
Again, you just saw the defensive by the Hunters kind of collapse apart there on that play. You saw right there Daniel Martinez there wide open there on the break, who moved right in front of the defender, got around the defense, and had an easy break right into the goal.
So about 12 minutes in here, it's 1-0 with San Jacinto on top of Canoga Park here on PlayOnSports.com, as Canoga Park trying to set up an attack here, and a header is just missed in the box, and so San Jacinto takes it back and clears it out. And again, the ever dangerous Daniel Martinez getting a foot on it, but it goes out of bounds on the far side, and Canoga Park will get it back and try and set something up, try and get their feet back underneath them after they look so dominant, but down 1-0.
Yeah, obviously the Hunters, if you're a Hunter fan right now, you definitely don't want to be conceding that second goal. You don't want to be down 2-0 here in the early stages. Again, San Jacinto kept definitely coming very experienced and very, very vigilant coming into tonight's game. So if you're the Hunters, you really need to stand up on defense, but you really need to take advantage of the small mistakes that the Tigers will make tonight.
And so Canoga Park again controlling the possession, but they just haven't done that much with it. And a nice header sends it back across midfield, but again, Canoga Park making a quick stop. Anytime it looks like San Jacinto is going to set something up, the Hunters are able to steal it right back, except for obviously the one that counts. Martinez on the breakaway got the lone goal, 1-0, the San Jacinto lead, as we're just over half an hour to go in the first half here in Downey. And San Jacinto again trying to set something up, get the ball back on the Canoga Park side, but the Hunters very quick to steal it back over and over again. And now something set up. It's an open here for Kevin Gonzalez on the far side. It gets blocked out, but still a good attack in the middle here, trying to set something up as the Tigers trying to head it back out, and they do. And a good stop there in the middle, just outside the box, as now it's going to go out of bounds on the far side. A good stop by San Jacinto, and still Tiger basketball now, or Tiger ball now, as we go inside half an hour. in the first half. And a ball goes out of bounds off of the Tigers, so Canoga Park back with it. The Hunters trying to set something up again. It's been all Tigers in terms of the possession time, but that one breakaway and the Martinez goal for San Jacinto, as San Jacinto does get it back now. So San Jacinto going left to right in front of us in this first half in their black unis. The heavily favored team, Canoga Park, has really had all that possession, but here's a free kick and it goes back into the back of the goal. The free kick over the head of everyone. Juan Garcia, the midfielder, a free kick just over everyone's head into the back of the net. And is that waved off? Let's see. Believe it was waved off.
Referee making a signal, and I think they might have waved it off. I think they might have called a foul, I believe, before the shot was made. And they are going to take a free kick, like you said, Michael. Yes, they are. They're going to wave the goal off, and it's an unfortunate play there for the Tigers. But you're going to be seeing a lot of that tonight. It was a beautiful kick there, taken there by Juan Garcia. There was no way the goalkeeper was going to stop it as well, as it went well over his head. A fortunate call there from the Hunters, but you'll be seeing a lot of that tonight. You got to be making some of those stops.
Garcia, junior midfielder, definitely a nice kick. Unfortunate break there, and a lucky break for Canoga Park. If they'd gone down 2-0 this early, that would have been trouble, as they now get the ball on the near side out of bounds. So they've, again, had all the possession. They haven't really set anything up very much in the anywhere near the box. Have just had a lot of possession. With the ball in the backfield and stolen away temporarily, but kicked back onto the San Jacinto side, and now trying to set up something Canoga Park. And you can hear the fans behind us. And again, here on the near side, working in the middle, and then it's knocked out of bounds by San Jacinto smartly. So it'll be a throw in for the Hunters. Canoga Park down 1-0 with just under half an hour left in the first half here of this Division II Boys Southern California Championship. And now working with something in the middle, trying to set something up, and they get it. And it is a tie game, as a loose ball didn't look for like a very strong kick, but got it done, and it's tied at 1 apiece.
And you can tell that beautiful move there. A bunch of white jerseys right in front, who stole it away. And now it's tied at 1-1. And right here, right inside the Canoga Park fans, you can definitely sense the vibe here. They really want this title, and they're going to get it in fast force.
And such a great little force by Canoga Park to not get back on their heels, being down 1-0, and answer still with just under 28 minutes left in the first half. And now Canoga Park again with possession, working it on the far side, trying to get it across midfield. They do. And it's kicked out of bounds, but still stays with the Hunters. And that Canoga Park goal, we missed it because it was in traffic, but it was Giovanni Gomez with the goal. A junior midfielder who also plays forward, and I believe he's playing the forward position right now. He is, as Canoga Park trying to set something up. It's stolen away by the Tigers. Back across midfield. And there's a 1-on-2, but an offside is going to give it back to the Hunters.
And now, right now, for the Hunters, again, they got that goal that they needed right now. And again, early in the early stages, when you take these first 10 minutes of the game, you kind of want to get a sense of what the other teams are doing. And right now, already at 1-1 so far, they've already got the equalizer for the Hunters. But right now, they've definitely got to come out, still coming out in full force. And definitely right now, they've really picked it up on the defense.
And so the Tigers working back with it, but a shot by the Tigers overkicked, and Canoga Park back with it. And now some tough contact on the far side around midfield as one of the Hunters goes down on a fight for a header. And 26 to go in this first half, as Canoga Park started out very strongly with the possession, but then a breakaway by the Tigers got them the early 1-0 lead, and Canoga Park answering just minutes later to tie this one at 1 apiece. As the Tigers steal it back and trying to get it out of their territory, but unsuccessfully. It's stolen back by Moises Sanchez, and Sanchez playing in the middle leads the team in assists with 7, as a lot of physical play in the middle of the field, and stolen back again by the dangerous Martinez on the near side, who scored the first goal of the game for the Tigers, as we're tied at 1 apiece, but he's forced out of bounds, and it is out of bounds off of the Hunters, so San Jacinto will have a throw in here in the corner, and it will be a corner kick. My mistake there. So still waiting for the corner kick here, as it'll be taken by Hernandez, Oscar Hernandez, a senior midfielder, in the near side corner to our right. San Jacinto getting it into the middle. A nice play here, but it's stolen back. A good stop by the Hunters. They are gonna kick it out of bounds, so it'll still be Tiger ball, but a good stop in the middle.
And that's the play you needed there on that first corner kick. They're taken by the Tigers on the play. You see the Hunters really fled up on the Hunters are still not out of danger yet.
And it'll be overthrown by the goal, so now Canoga Park will clear it out. 24 minutes left in this first half of this Division II Boys SoCal Championship, the Southern California Regional Championships. The road ends here for high school soccer, and the winner of this will be the Kings of SoCal in Division II, as we're tied at 1 apiece, and Canoga Park trying to set up something on the far side, going right to left again in this first half in front of us. Tigers get it back, and with the ball on the far sideline, it's overshot, and Canoga Park re-controls possession. Hernandez in the middle pushes it forward and gets it to his teammates on the near side. It's knocked out of bounds and off of the Hunters, so San Jacinto will get the possession back. At midfield, fighting for it, 50-50 ball goes to Canoga Park. And on the far sideline, a throw in, but Canoga Park still with it, and with it on the near side again. really fighting for it as it goes out of bounds, but will stay with Canoga Park, and they throw it back in, and then stealing away with it is the Tigers. And Craig Myers doing a great job breaking away with that one, but then it's stolen right back, and Tigers still with it. Now a 2-on-1 opportunity here in the middle. A chance, and a good stop, a great stop on the far side of the box. Gives it back to Canoga Park, and it's kicked out of bounds to the Hunters. Trying to see on that far side who that was. The rain coming down and all the lights, and let's see who that stop was made by. Eric Hernandez.
Great move there by Hernandez.
Hernandez did a good job of stopping that one, but the Tigers get it back, and doing a great job here in the middle for San Jacinto is Craig Myers, a senior defender working across the midfield line, doing a great job of setting up a couple things. It does go out of bounds back to the Hunters as we're just over 21 minutes to go in the first half, all knotted at one in this Division II Boys SoCal Championship game here in Downey, California. And Canoga Park now with an opportunity on the far side, 2-on-2, and getting a good job though by the Tigers of wrapping up the Hunters and clearing it out a little bit. Still Canoga Park maintaining possession now on the near side right in front of us, and then it is kicked out of bounds, and it's going to be Canoga Park. And another throw in for Babadia into the middle, trying to set something up. And again, another good stop, this time in more his defensive territory. Another good stop for Myers.
Great plays here by Canoga Park overall right now, and they've got it least seems that they've gotten back into sync right now. The Hunters kind of getting back in a rhythm, but overall the Tigers at least putting that stop on the defense.
And Tigers with possession, now out of bounds on the far side with the throw in. And you can hear all the Tigers back with it. Canoga Park, though, quickly doubling the throw in and getting the steal, as it'll be kicked out of bounds by the Tigers, and Canoga Park will have another throw in.
So halfway already gone in this one. Again, a tie score of 1 apiece. Just, it seems as if the Tigers, kind of use all the energy in that first 10 minutes to get that first goal scored by Daniel Martinez. But ever since then, they've been really holding off against the attacks made by the Hunters. That second goal scored right there on the breakaway. And ever since then, they've just kind of been playing a lot more defense overall. And they've really just kind of held their ground to at least hold on to that 1-1 tie.
And Quijada, the offensive superstar for Canoga Park, start setting something up, but then it's stolen back just past midfield by the Tigers. And out of bounds off of the Hunters on the far side around the team benches. A little chilly here in Downey, and the sprinkles coming down, but a pretty good night for soccer here. As San Jacinto throws it in, and a header back from Canoga Park. San Jacinto trying to save the possession on the near side, but they can't. It goes out of bounds. Another good stop by the Hunters as Canoga Park gets it back.
Right now the Hunters, again, still playing with fire on all cylinders right now. And it just seems as if ever since they gave up that first goal of the game, they've really kind of improved defensively. Not a lot of shots have been taken here by San Jacinto thus far ever since that first goal. And ever since then, the Hunters have been really going all around in circles since that first goal that they gave up.
Canoga Park setting up another attack here. And on the near side, he's been dangerous. In the corner. Again, Quijada. It gets knocked out, but saved. The possession saved by Babadia in the middle. And now on the side back to the middle, trying to clear it back out safely. And now set something up for Quijada on the near side in the corner. working his way inside, a shot on goal, and it goes just over the far side corner and the crossbar, but a great shot from Quijada.
My goodness, Quijada just over that crossbar on the play, had a wide open shot, and that was a beautiful move, but a little bit too much on the shot. Tiger fans can take a breath.
A little lower, and that would have been really hard to defend. Quijada, the superstar, the workhorse in terms of offense and goals for Canoga Park. He has 27 again of Canoga Park's 59 goals this season as San Jacinto tries to clear it out, but it's Canoga Park. A lot of white jerseys around the ball. They get it back, push it back across midfield, again working right to left in front of us. If you're just joining us in this first half with 16 and a half minutes to go in the first half here on PlayOnSports.com of this Division II Boys Soccer SoCal Championship game. And a foul is going to give it back to San Jacinto. They clear it across midfield. And San Jacinto trying to set something up in the middle. And again, Martinez had it in the middle, but too many white jerseys around him. It gets back across midfield. San Jacinto still with a couple heads on it. And again, doing just a fantastic job is Craig Myers stealing it back. He's done such a great job both offensively and defensively. Especially defensively as well. He's been the one that's really kind of held this ground so far, at least stopped the fast breaks overall. He's done a great job to really just keep control of this game. So Myers back around the ball. The ball, though, is headed way over his head. It's back over to Quijada. A nice stop. Flying into the ball is Marco Oliveira, senior defender, who stops the attack by Quijada. Quijada will have a throw-in from the near side corner to our left as we're nearing 15 minutes to go in the first half of this Division II SoCal Championship game on the boys' side. The corner goes into the middle, a chance here, and a goal! Canoga Park takes the lead as the shot from right in front of the goal goes back into the back of the net as it is Gabriel Torres for Canoga Park. He got a nice corner kick, corner from Quijada right into the middle and back over the keeper's head for the lead, 2-1. Gabe Torres, a beautiful goal. Open ball inside the box. Goalkeeper couldn't do anything with it. And again, with the Canoga Park fans right in front of us, they're really sensing it. On top, 2-1. That Cinderella slipper still on their feet. And we have a stoppage now. I believe, is that Quijada? It is Quijada, a little slow to get up there. Being checked out by one of the referees. And he's going to shake it off. It looks like hopefully, we don't want to try and be doctors up here and make any prognoses, but hopefully just a cramp. If you're a Canoga Park fan. Yeah, definitely slow to get up there on that play. Nothing really much he can do, but luckily for him, it doesn't seem to be too serious. So Bobadilla on the near side across midfield, setting something up to the middle. Trying to get it back to Quijada. It's stolen away by the Tigers, and San Jacinto setting something up. Again, stolen back by Canoga Park after it looked like Daniel Martinez might set something up dangerous offensively yet again. And on the near side, Bobadilla with it, right on the sideline. And into the middle. And they clear it back out a little bit, almost to midfield. Then a kick too far for Canoga Park, and the Tigers get it back pretty easily, but can they hold on to it? That's been the issue for San Jacinto. And they do, setting something up on the near side. And it's going to be an over kick, and it'll go out of bounds on the end line and be a throw in for a corner coming. Nope, now we're going to have a free kick for the Tigers.
So free kick coming actually for the Hunters. Overall, again, the Hunters have really kind of held their ground throughout this first half.
Yeah. Hunters kick it out, but then stolen back by the Tigers and getting a good opportunity on it, but stopped again. And Canoga Park, the free kick across midfield, a good high arching shot, goes out of bounds just by the San Jacinto team bench, off of San Jacinto, so it will be the Hunters on the far side with the throw in. And Tigers, San Jacinto getting it back, and across midfield it goes, and then cleared out of bounds again, and it'll be San Jacinto ball off of their team bench, and they'll have the throw in short of midfield on the far side as we've reached 12.5 minutes left in the first half, and a 2-1 lead for Canoga Park after San Jacinto scored the opening goal of this Division II Boys SoCal Championship. And so a feverish start here, Manny, as we had 3 goals in the opening 10 or 15 minutes or so, and then it's been a little quiet, but definitely a back and forth possession game here down the stretch of this first half.
Yeah, back and forth, but really the Hunters have kind of taken over this game ever since giving up that first goal so far. And really the one thing that you can really bank on are probably these fans too. These fans really travel out. Again, Canoga Park not too far from Downey, just a straight shoot down on the 5 freeway. So, they've really packed the house tonight. And if they really want to take home this title, you can really credit this huge fan base that we got surrounding us.
And so Canoga Park gets the throw in into the backfield, and they'll take their time getting it up, clearing it back, and then it's stolen away as Ben Lozano gets his feet on it and then cleared out of bounds. It'll be San Jacinto throw in from the far side. And they have it on the far sideline on the throw in. It goes out of bounds off of the head of a Hunter. So another throw in about the same spot for San Jacinto as it gets headed out by Canoga Park. We'll see if they can seal it away. They do. And get it up to midfield. Now a 50-50 ball. And on the far sideline, out of bounds again into the San Jacinto bench. And the Tigers get the throw in, but Canoga Park easily stealing away the throw in, maybe a little short. And working with it, trying to get it across midfield. And then stolen again back by the Tigers, but a pass is overkicked. And another throw in from that same spot in front of the San Jacinto bench. And then it's out of bounds off of the head of a Hunter on the Hunter defensive side of things, and it'll be a throw in past the Canoga Park bench on the far side. And most of the action here in the last few minutes has been on that far side, as it'll be another throw in for San Jacinto trying to get it into the middle. There's a defender, but making his presence felt on offense.
Yeah, making that stand there on the play. At least they'll get the corner here on the run. But again, a great move up along the near goal line there on the play. But again, a corner kick to at least set something up. Their first chance in quite a while.
Hernandez the corner into the middle. Myers gets his foot on it, but it's cleared out. But they keep it alive to the Tigers. On the far side now, the corner kick was on the near side, and now back into the box area. Myers makes a nice slide kick at it, but then is stolen back on the near side by Canoga Park as San Jacinto tries to chase it down, and they do, and Hernandez chasing it down to get it back for the Tigers, trying to work with it. Brian Garcia with it, but then he gets caught up, and it's stolen back, and now working down the sideline was Torres, who has already scored a goal, but he gets it stolen away, and now it goes from the near side to the far side again, and San Jacinto trying to set something up. Hernandez in the middle, clears it back out to Barboza. And now again Myers on the near side takes a shot at it, but nothing really there. And an easy stop for Canoga Park.
Oh my goodness, this team right now, the Hunters, really not playing like they are, you know, one of the lower seeds in this tournament, even in this in Southern California. I mean, defensively, they've really have done a phenomenal job stopping a lot of the breaks here by the Tigers throughout the late stages of this first half. And you know, any chance that the Tigers have done, you just see a whole lot of white jerseys all around to make the stop.
Canoga Park with it, the lead 2-1 with 7:20 left in the opening half. And if you're just joining us, Canoga Park, an underdog, a little bit of a Cinderella story here, as they had a stretch where they went 7-0-1, or make that 0-7-1 in the middle of the season, and then just went on a tear to get to this SoCal championship game. And now with the lead over San Jacinto, who is 25-2-3, ranked 54th in the state, and much higher than Canoga Park after their losing streak. But Canoga Park playing like the Cinderellas with all the energy in this championship game, Manny.
But the funny thing about these tournament play is when you get to the playoffs, you always start 0-0. You win, you move on. You lose, you go home. So obviously, you know, Canoga Park getting the playoffs, you know, wasn't supposed to be an accomplishment in itself. They wanted to win the title. They got that. They got their city section title. And now getting to the regional tournament, obviously one of the lower seeds, you know, very fortunate to be here, but they really took that huge high. They checked out the shoe stores. They found out that the slipper still fits, and they got one more chance to get down to the ball.
On the near side, again, it is Quijada working with it into the middle, but bodies get tangled up, and enough San Jacinto jerseys around the ball to get it back across midfield. A slide kick, a nice little save there, out of bounds off of Canoga Park, but a good stop on the far side by Villman to slow San Jacinto down, and it works as the throw-in is taken away by Canoga Park. And they're across midfield down the near side sideline right in front of us, and then it's cleared out by San Jacinto, but the header sends it back, and trying to get it back is San Jacinto, but too many white jerseys around the ball on this near side, and they get it back to Quijada, and he gets tripped, no call. Quijada wants to call, still staying down, but no call made. And now in the middle, Myers goes down for San Jacinto, and he will get the call. And you can hear the Canoga Park fans not too happy, feeling like it wasn't called both ways. And now a yellow card is going to be presented. I believe that's to Brian Suarez, a senior midfielder, gets the yellow card for the slide tackle, I believe, that sent Myers down. But Quijada went down just moments, 3 or 4 seconds before that, and no call, and the Canoga Park fans not happy.
And you know, it could have been worse because you had Gabriel Torres running right to the referee, but on that play, you saw Eric Hernandez running right into Torres to push him out. Again, it could have been worse. A yellow card fortunate, could have been a red, and they would have lost a man right on that call.
And now a chance for the Tigers, as just missing his chance was Juan Sotelo, a freshman forward in front of the keeper, and just went over his head and easily cleared out. But San Jacinto still working with it. They get it back, and now an opportunity on the make that the far side, trying to set something up, and it is knocked out, and Canoga Park will get the throw in with 4.5 minutes left in this opening half of this Division II Boys SoCal Championship game here in Downey on PlayOnSports.com and your high school network. Here at Justice Stadium. So Canoga Park waiting for the throw-in. And the throw-in on that far side is headed by San Jacinto. Can they keep it alive? They do, as they get it back in the middle of the field, but too many white jerseys again. Canoga Park flying to the ball. Myers gets it back for San Jacinto, though. Gets it far, and down the sideline, another opportunity as Ben Lozano on the near side. It gets kicked out of bounds, but I believe a corner coming for San Jacinto on the near side.
You saw Ben Lozano on the play, again, working towards that near side, but you saw two white jerseys well on top of him. You know, great to get the corner call kick here, but the Hunters have done a really good job to at least stop that front.
Agustin Rivas will kick it in, will take the corner. And Rivas takes a shot, and it's off the sidebar. Cleared out. San Jacinto still with it. And now Canoga Park clears it out down the near sideline in front of us. And again, it's Quijada one-on-one. He loses it behind him, but it just goes out of bounds. I believe that will be off. No, it is off of Canoga Park, as trying to save it after Quijada lost hold of it. But San Jacinto getting it back, and again getting it back for Canoga Park. It was Cesar Ramirez who made the nice play to try and save it for the Hunters, and now it's stolen on the far side by San Jacinto, trying to set something up. Players go down in the middle of the field, no call. And now again on the near side, trying to set something up, and a nice attempt at a shot again was Martinez, but not getting it to go anywhere. Takes another shot towards the middle of the field, and a header goes too high, and Canoga Park will get it back. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the half, a 2-1 lead for the Hunters. And now another opportunity, as that goes just wide on a nice shot again by Agustin Rivas. And with 90 seconds left, a corner coming, as it was off the keeper's hands. This time the corner on the far side. Myers again sitting in the middle. They try and get it to him. The corner going way across the field. They'll save it. Will San Jacinto, and they'll send it back into the middle, but it's cleared out by the Hunters. Chasing it down, trying to, and a lot of physical play here, as Myers is going to get called for the foul as he pushed Cesar Ramirez down, and Canoga Park trying to head it, but then taken back by Oscar Hernandez. And down the sideline on the far side, San Jacinto setting something up, again cleared out by Canoga Park. Just under 30 seconds left here in the half. Myers again, he kicks it into the defense, but then he kicks it beyond them, but easily fielded, and Canoga Park will take the free kick out. Myers gets it though, as we're under 8 seconds left, and it is kicked out of bounds with 4, so that will be the half, as San Jacinto coming out as the favorite, scoring the first goal of the game, but then back-to-back goals gives the Cinderella Canoga Park the lead at halftime, 2-1 of this Division II Boys SoCal Championship game here in Downey on PlayOnSports.com. We'll be back in 10 with the second half, but any halftime thoughts, Manny?
Well, again, I'm very amazed by Canoga Park here. Again, giving up that first goal of the game, he had big scores there, too, in that 10-minute span, and ever since then, the defense there by the Hunters have really just torn down any chances that the Tigers have really put forth. And with the 2-1 lead, you can expect that the Tigers are going to really rest up and try to get that second goal quickly. And like we talked about during that pregame show, before this game had started, we mentioned that the Tigers needed to stop that big run. They could not do it after giving up those 2 goals. They had a chance going up 1-0, but it seemed as if they got a little bit too comfortable. The Hunters scored too quickly, and now we're up 2-1 at the break.
And we'll take a break for the 10-minute halftime and come back just before the start of the second half here on PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here. Back here on PlayOnSports.com, the Division II Boys Soccer SoCal Championship game between Canoga Park and San Jacinto. Leading 2-1 is the Cinderella as we start the second half, and a free kick here as we're underway by Quijada as Canoga Park goes left to right, is just over the crossbar, and San Jacinto will clear it out with and Manny, what a first half we had, and Canoga Park with the 2 back-to-back goals as the Cinderella and leading in this championship game.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that Canoga Park really, came out firing. As we talked about in the beginning of the game, we had a sense that this Hunter team would come out all the way around, leaving everything on the field, and they did just that. This team right now, again, leading 2-1 after giving up the first goal in the first 5 minutes of the game, have really just kind of come out all the way around. And again, for the Tigers, not really the break that you wanted going into the half. During this halftime, the coldness really starting to pick up a little bit here and there. So, you really need to keep the body warm, and, you want to come out stiff in the second half. So coming out quickly is what the Tigers need to do in these early stages.
And Canoga Park, again, controlling possession here in the first couple minutes of the second half, as they did in the first half. But if you join us late, in the first half, it was San Jacinto scoring the opening goal after it looked like it was all Canoga Park. And then after that, Canoga Park really coming out and scoring the 2 back-to-back goals. But San Jacinto finally gets it back and has the throw-in on the far side as they, in their black jerseys, the favorite, but the away team in this one. And with the ball on the far side as they go right to left in front of us in this first half, it's stolen back on the far side by the Hunters, and Canoga Park out of bounds. And it'll go back to San Jacinto for a throw-in for the Tigers. They throw it in on that far sideline. And at midfield now, a couple Tigers and Hunters fighting for it, and the Tigers come away with it, working back in front of their own bench on the far side, and it gets cleared out of bounds, but San Jacinto will maintain it and a throw in right in front of their own bench. And far side, down the sideline, a lot of white jerseys there to try and stop it, but doing a good job maintaining possession there on the far side are the Tigers. And especially Pedro Esparza doing a great job for the Tigers against a couple defenders of Canoga Park of maintaining possession. The Hunters do eventually get it back and now trying to clear it out of their area as they throw it in from the San Jacinto bench. San Jacinto fighting for it at midfield. Canoga Park keeps it alive to the near side right in front of us. And it's stolen back temporarily. 50-50 ball as a 2-on-1 wins out for Canoga Park at midfield, and they clear it out, but overkicked, and it'll be easily free kicked back for San Jacinto. It's headed by Canoga Park at midfield, and they'll get it back. What are you seeing here early, Manny?
Right now, early, you could just see San Jacinto kind of, going out quickly to start the second half. And, in this early part, they want to get the blood flow and they want to get, their bodies working here, because during the 10-minute halftime break, especially in the cold right now, their bodies definitely kind of starting to, kind of sieve up like a board. So they're going out quickly early. And again, down 2-1 right now against the Hunters, who again, not the favorite team, not even in their own section. They got to basically go out quickly and they got to score in these basically first few minutes to kind of maybe give themselves a chance.
About 55 degrees here in Downey, and especially in the first half, the light showers, really light, more of a sprinkle was coming down throughout. That's let up for the most part in this first few minutes of the second half, as we're 4.5 minutes into the second half. And San Jacinto with the possession. Myers with it. He created a lot. He had his name called a lot as it's cleared out of bounds by Canoga Park, but San Jacinto with the throw in just outside the penalty box area into the middle. A lot of Canoga Park jerseys around it, and they clear it back out of the box. And a fight on the near side line just in front of us as Canoga Park clears it across midfield, but a nice kick there on the stop by Marco Olvera to get it back for San Jacinto, and now San Jacinto setting something up on the near side, across into the middle, and a header just off the mark. A great play there in the middle, though, for San Jacinto.
There you go on the play. The Tigers are kind of now getting back into the rhythm here again after getting up 2 goals, and they're trying to see what mistakes the Hunters can do, and overall right now they're just trying to at least trying to see the holes and trying to get around it, and at least there's that good attempt to at least get back in a rhythm.
There was Rivos to Rizzo on the attack inside as Canoga Park trying to head it back out, and Hernandez for San Jacinto getting it back is kicked back over his head, and now a fight right in front of us as it goes out of bounds to Canoga Park.
Again, already about 6 minutes in this second half so far, and the Hunters are playing a little slower than usual. You don't want to get too comfortable right now because the Tigers can really, again, that first goal, they got the breakaway in there by Martinez. You see another one like that, that's what they're capable of.
Solorzano, the throw-in on the near side. Now the action on the far side as Canoga Park tries to set something up and create some offense. They get it across midfield and bring it back to the near side right at midfield as the kick too long, and San Jacinto trying to get back their feet back underneath them. They get the steal, and out of bounds off of Quijada for Canoga Park. So San Jacinto, a nice header in the middle, a couple of headers as the Tigers try and set something up here, and again stolen back. And doing a great job on defensively for Canoga Park on the near side is Cesar Ramirez. But Myers for San Jacinto seals it right back and gets it to a teammate as they set something up in the middle. Does San Jacinto. Stolen back, though. I think that's Quijada, should be. And Canoga Park fans wanted a call of some kind. They don't get it. San Jacinto clears it back. And a long boot across the middle. And overshot after the pass, and Canoga Park gets it back, and now inside, just outside 32 minutes left in the second half of this Boys Division II SoCal Championship, the SoCal Regionals here in Downey, California. This is the end of the road if you've just joined us. No state championship in soccer in California. So the SoCal Championship, the Kings of SoCal Soccer looking for that title. Both these teams as San Jacinto, the favorite, coming in, and Canoga Park coming in just 15-10-4 on the season after an 0-7 and 4 streak in the middle of the season, but catching fire late and with the lead 2-1. As Canoga Park gets it back, and a nice shot on goal is caught in the middle by the keeper, but again, Quijada, who's had 27 goals, 27 of 59 goals for Canoga Park, with a nice shot on goal.
Yeah, beautiful. That was a bullet. And I'm surprised that the goalkeeper right in front of the play there for San Jacinto, St. Clair Incline there, who got right in front. Right place at the right time, especially on shots like that, to keep it at a 2-1 lead.
And Quijada on the near side, they can't quite get it to him as Myers doing a good job defensively. But Canoga Park maintaining possession on the near side. And San Jacinto clears it back out, but Canoga Park able to corral it in the backfield and trying to get out of trouble. Omar Solorzano as Canoga Park tries to get it back control of it.
Let's go, ball!
And San Jacinto fighting for it, taking it back on the near sideline. and kicking it across midfield, and they've got a man but trapped, and Canoga Park clears it out as it was again John Leva working against two men. He lost it, but it was off of Canoga Park again as they actually seal away the throw. But again, Myers able to chase it down, doing such a good job defensively and offensively for San Jacinto. He's running down the far sideline into the middle of the field. He gets tripped up, no call, and it is cleared out of bounds by Canoga Park, but Myers will have it for San Jacinto. He'll throw it in from the corner, and working with it on that far corner, clears it back out and almost breaking away with it, but it goes out of bounds as it was a nice stop there by Canoga Park. But San Jacinto will get it back. 28, just under 29 minutes to go in the second half of this boys Division II SoCal Soccer Championship here in Downey on playonsports.com. And a 2-1 lead for the Cinderella, Canoga Park. San Jacinto with possession though, and trying to set something up in the middle. It looks promising, but not quite there as it's overshot and will be cleared out.
And nothing much has changed defensively for the Hunters so far. They're still flooding a lot inside the box to give that goalkeeper, Elon Montalvo, a little bit of a break. So for the most part, they've done a really good job, at least not giving him a whole lot of touches and give him a bit of an inch.
And Leva working with it on the near side as it gets kicked out at the end line. So it will be a corner coming up for San Jacinto. And Oscar Hernandez, the senior midfielder, will take the corner for the Tigers. Cross from the near side into the middle, and it's cleared out to the far side as it looked promising for just a moment there in the middle. Looked like it might be tied, but couldn't quite finish the play.
Yeah, you saw in the play, I believe on that kick was Giovanni Riso, who thought he was maybe trying to get a bank there off the defender, but instead he actually threw it across the field towards the far side. An unfortunate play there. A ball going here the other way.
So momentarily goes to Canoga Park. They'll try and clear it out as it was almost taken back by San Jacinto, but it now goes out of bounds just past midfield, and it will be Canoga Park ball on the throw-in. As we tick inside 27 minutes to play here, and San Jacinto steals it back, and now a run down, and an open goal, and it is a tie game. As it was John Leva in the middle on the breakaway. He was able to outrun two Canoga Park defenders, and the goal was open, as I'm not sure what was going on defensively. A little bit of a breakdown there for Canoga Park.
Again, the few and far between mistakes that the Hunters have committed. That was only the second mistake that they've committed all game, and both of those mistakes have turned into Tiger goals. That breakaway there made by Leva, right again, like you said, right through two wide jerseys, going one-on-one against Montalvo on the breakaway. Just chipped it right in front of him. Easy goal. We've got a brand new ball game on our hands.
Leva, the senior on the roster, he's a defender, but has been playing well on the near sideline as a forward tonight, and he scores the goal to tie it at 2 apiece in this SoCal Championship of Division II boys soccer with 26 and a half minutes left, and it's all knotted up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, like we said, a whole different ball game here, and you know, there's mistakes, the few mistakes committed by the Hunters that has cost them here, and they have put up a lot of goals. They scored 2 in the regional first round, and then 3 against Servite on Wednesday night. So they're used to putting up a lot of numbers on the board, but defensively, this is the most they've given up in quite a while.
And so San Jacinto back with it is another nice stop by Myers, working with it in front of their own bench, and it gets out of bounds, and it is off of the Tigers this time, so Canoga Park will get it back. As to recap things, if you're just joining us on Play On Sports in this Division II Boys Soccer SoCal Championship, the end of the road in soccer here in California, it was San Jacinto who has the ball. We'll hold that thought as, again, a good attack in the middle, again by Leva. It does get cleared out by Canoga Park, so it was San Jacinto scoring the opening goal of this championship game. Canoga Park back-to-back goals to lead at halftime 2-1, and then San Jacinto scoring the goal on Leva's foot to knot it up at 2 apiece as we have 25 minutes to play, and players go down in the middle of the field as we have a foul called on San Jacinto, and it'll be Canoga Park ball.
You see the trip up in the back there. You're the fans right there. You know, we're looking for that foul call at the end. They got it there, and now things are starting to slow down a little bit here and there. The Hunters trying to at least get back in the rhythm and at least kind of get the feel with about 25 and less than counting here in this second half of play.
And a steal by Oscar Hernandez for San Jacinto, working on the near side, kicking it into the middle, and the keeper has to come out to save that one. And San Jacinto will have a throw-in on the far side.
Gutsy move there by Montalvo on the play right there, who just got well out of the box and at least kind of chip it out of bounds and went right off of San Jacinto to maybe get in front of him for the goal, but a lucky break for the Hunters.
So Canoga Park tries to clear it out, but San Jacinto maintains some feet on it, but then the 50-50 ball is stolen away by Canoga Park, but then doing a great job really fighting for the ball is Brian Garcia, the sophomore for San Jacinto, to save the possession really for the Tigers. And now a Tiger player goes down in the middle of the field, no call, play on, and Canoga Park back with it, but Quijada loses footing, an overshot, and now we have a foul against the Tigers, so Canoga Park will get the free kick.
So a lot of back and forth action here thus far, ever since that goal scored made by John Leva on the play, making it 2-2 apiece, and with about 23 and counting to go in the second half. We're still waiting for that best 10 minutes of soccer, which is coming up in quite a few. But again, for both teams, they want to at least get that third goal to get that cushion.
Let's go, bro!
So Canoga Park with it, and you hear the fans chanting for Ronnie Ventura, a sophomore defender for Canoga Park. And so some fans getting on their feet as the Canoga Park fans right in front of us, and now a shot goes just by the goal, just wide on the far side for Canoga Park. And San Jacinto will kick it out, but a dangerous attack for Canoga Park there. So the kick for Canoga Park gets them a little bit of possession for a moment, but a good steal on the far side. Can't see from here who that was, but they get it up the sideline and out of bounds. It does go off of the Tigers, however, so another throw in for Canoga Park. And the throw-in goes to Myers for San Jacinto, but he can't quite corral it in, and it goes back to Canoga Park, working right in front of us, left to right in the second half. And they have it just past midfield as Solorzano works with it, trying to get it to a teammate, and does, but off his foot. And again, stolen back by Garcia for San Jacinto on the far side, kicks it down that sideline, and now a fight for it as Canoga Park comes away with it. A good stop there for the Hunters, but San Jacinto trying to steal it right back, and Canoga Park working with it, trying to get it across. Solorzano works it up the near sideline and then gets it into the middle, but is stolen back yet again on a nice little stop by Hernandez for San Jacinto, and a nice stop again. Another good stop for Brian Garcia on defense for the Tigers, and a header gets it back, but Myers there to save it for San Jacinto. And now stolen back again on the far side into the middle of the field, past midfield, but cleared out. And a good clear out by Leva as it will go back to Canoga Park, but a good way to stop what was looking like a little attack by Canoga Park as they'll set it up in the middle yet again. And Solorzano with it on the near sideline just in front of us across midfield. Crosses it left and into the middle. Nobody really there for Canoga Park. They clear it back out to San Jacinto, but a nice move, and on the near sideline here again is Quijada on the sideline just outside the area. He clears it behind him to Solorzano and out of bounds, but off of the Tigers, so Canoga Park will have a throw in from the near sideline, and probably looking to get something set up for Quijada. And the throw in goes a little bit awry, but Canoga Park able to get it back. And a header out for San Jacinto. They clear it across midfield. Who's going to chase it down? Canoga Park, but Myers flies in and is able to at least slow down Canoga Park as it goes out of bounds off of his foot. So Canoga Park the throw in, and on the throw in another kick out of bounds by the Tigers. So Canoga Park advancing it up the field, but now out of bounds back to the Tigers, and working up the far sideline and cleared out by Canoga Park to the middle of the field. And San Jacinto trying to start an attack as Rizzo working in the middle and crosses it left to Garcia, down the field to Rivas again on that near side, crosses it across the goal, might go out of bounds, and it's chased down by Canoga Park, but again Myers steals it back. He stops it for San Jacinto, and then it does go out of bounds off of San Jacinto, so a throw in for Canoga Park.
So again, you can really bank on the defense there by the Hunters, who, they'll stop the one-timers, but the one thing that they have not stopped been the fast breaks. They've had two fast break goals given up. The one-timers, they've done a phenomenal job, but again, the mistakes need to be very limited, especially in these last 16 or so minutes.
Just under 17 minutes to play here in this division, the High School Sports Network, as Canoga Park trying to maintain possession and set something up here, but a lot of San Jacinto jerseys around the ball at midfield and a fight for it, and Canoga Park gets a throw in front of their own bench on the far side across midfield, as again Canoga Park going left to right in front of us in their white home jerseys in the second half. And in the middle is Solorzano, but it's cleared back as Solorzano back with it. And now stolen back by Weezo. Weezo up the far sideline, and a nice stop and a slide, and going down the field was one of the Hunters as play continues, and now they're going to stop play to the upset of the San Jacinto fans. Still trying to see who that was. He made a nice sliding stop for the Hunters and then went down, trying to identify at midfield who that Hunter player was.
Yeah, very slow to get up, and it was a hard tackle that he took there on that slide on the play. I think he's favoring, I don't know if he's favoring his head or his right leg. His right leg is up, and it does look to be serious. The clock is stopped with about 15:51 to go. Again, in case you are just joining us, again, a 2-2 ball game right now, and one thing due to mention, throughout the season, the clock is kept by during the season, the clock is kept by the scorekeeper in those last 2 minutes, but because of CIF rules in the regional and state finals, they're actually going to have the clock on the scoreboard, so if anything happens at the end, the clock upstairs will control the rest of this game. So with 15:51 to go, one thing to mention here is that the players will know how much time is on the field left to go based on what it says on the scoreboard.
And it was Torres going down for Canoga Park. He's Gabriel Torres scoring one of Canoga Park's 2 goals. We're knotted up 2 apiece. And Torres did get up on his own, again favoring his legs, having a little cramping problem possibly there, but he'll stay on the field as San Jacinto on a foul against Canoga Park will have a throw-in, or make that, they're going to give them a free kick right in front of their own bench across midfield. And kicked high into the middle, and a shot goes into the goal, but it was offsides. Many players offsides. Not too sure what happened there, Manny.
Yeah, actually, that's unsportsmanlike there on the play. Usually, because of a foul call, San Jacinto did get the ball on the play, but you take the shot into the goal, and usually for courtesy they give the ball right back to the goalie, but they actually took a shot attempt on the play to at least maybe get something out of it. Luckily enough, that ball off the net.
So San Jacinto back with it. Canoga Park, a nice stop for Rafael Barboza. But Myers again chasing it down. Myers has really been all around the ball this entire game, Manny.
Yeah, he's been, I don't know what he had for lunch, but he's definitely whizzing all around the field tonight. And he's doing a really good job at least kind of holding the ground, like we've said, throughout the game. And he's been the one that's going to control the game to at least keep this game within reach.
Craig Myers, a senior defender for San Jacinto. And Canoga Park back with it, trying to clear it down the near side, right sideline. And another Canoga Park player goes down temporarily. It's Kahada. And that'll earn himself a free kick. About 20-25 yards outside the area. Right at this used as a football player field as well, and the ball right at the right side hash marks as Kahada get another free kick for San Jacinto.
Like you said, with Myers, if San Jacinto does come back and win this game, you can definitely would assume that Myers will be the one that will be the big contributor on that potential comeback.
Garcia, the free kick from near the far side, down the sideline and out of bounds by Canoga Park, but off the end line, so a corner will be coming from the far San Jacinto.
And I'd definitely be afraid here if I were the Hunters here on this play. Although the defense has done a really good job, only the second corner kick taken by the Tigers, and this could be a doozy.
And it's kicked into the middle, a chance here as players fighting for it, and it's into the goal, and San Jacinto takes the lead 3-2. As it was Omar Salazano, the junior defender, with the goal to take the lead, and you can hear on our side, the Canoga Park side, things go quiet, as on the far side, the San Jacinto fans having a party.
And that's tough on that play. You know, I believe it was either Salazano or also on the play it was Jared. A lot of black jerseys on the play. But either the case, I believe it was one of those two who kind of flooded up in the middle. And like I said, the one thing you want to do for the Hunters, get the ball out of the box right away. Get that first touch. But again, that pinball action, getting the ball into the back of the net. And now the Hunters here trailing by 1. Still a lot of time. Best 10 minutes of soccer coming up.
So now the favorite San Jacinto on top, 3-2 on top of Canoga Park. The heavy Cinderella. And another opportunity in the middle as a cross from Rivas goes too far across the side, but still in play as that's the one that's knocked out of bounds, and gonna be a throw in for Myers and his Tigers on the far side. And they're gonna say,
Let's go, Canoga! Let's go! Let's go, Canoga!
They're going to credit the goal to number 11, Giovanni Rizzo, on the play, on the header.
Rizzo, a junior forward, getting the goal to take the lead. And now another goal. All of a sudden in the middle. And that's off the head. This time it is Giovanni Gomez. 2 back-to-back goals, Manny, and a huge lead, 4-2, all of a sudden for San Jacinto.
And I think Gomez heard us upstairs thinking that we gave him the credit of the goal for the first time around. Gomez, this time, the most beautiful shot we have seen throughout this tournament. Giovanni Gomez with a bullet to the back far side, making it 4-2, and all of a sudden, what was once a 2-1 Hunter lead, that Cinderella slipper starting to slip right off. They've got a lot of catching up to do.
And only just over 11 minutes to play, and so Canoga Park needs quite a spark here and a little bit of a miracle in 11 minutes to goal. This Canoga Park ball, and it gets stolen away by Francisco Capado, and San Jacinto setting up another attack here, trying to, as that one's cleared out by Luis Babadia on the far side for Canoga Park. Another throw-in coming for San Jacinto, as the Cinderella Canoga Park led 2-1 at halftime, but San Jacinto storming back and leading 4-2 with just under 11 minutes to play.
And you say storming back, and I think that's kind of putting it lightly. Again, down 2-1 at the break, coming out stiff to start the second half. All of a sudden, you see goals to tie it up. You got the leading goal by Rizzo, and then the insurance by by number 19, Ismael Morales there on the play. And they're the ones that really have set up this big lead.
3 goals in a row for San Jacinto, showing why they are 26, 2-3 on the season. And just under 10 minutes, and Canoga Park needs something desperately, but a nice job on a stop on the near side by Rivas. And Canoga Park will have to start from scratch.
And if you are the Tigers, you do not want to be resting right now, because you know what the Hunters can do. They've scored 2 goals. Their 2 goals came in that 5-minute span in the middle stages of the second half, so they know what they're capable of. So again, if you are the Tigers right now, you do not want to be letting up right now, because
the Hunters working with it on a free kick, as they stand in front of their own bench across midfield, going left to right in the second half. With just over 9 minutes to play, Canoga Park needs something here. Into the middle, a nice high ball, bodies flying all over the place, and it's going to go off the goal line, and it'll be a corner for Canoga Park on the far side. In the shadow, kicking it into the middle of the field in the box. And San Jacinto trying to clear it out, and they do a nice stop there by the Tigers, but still Canoga, they clear it out, do San Jacinto, so it'll be a throw in from the near sideline in front of us and down that sideline to our right. On set pieces here, Manny.
Yeah, right now they've got the pieces, but they've got to fit it inside the puzzle, like you said. They need to get 2 goals quickly with about 7 to go.
And a senior midfielder taking the corner from the near side into the middle. Header and a goal! And a scramble at the goal line, and what do we have here? It is a goal. As I believe that was Brian's. Brian Suarez in the middle, a midfielder, a senior, and his header on the corner went right into the middle of the back of the net.
Sweet move there by Suarez there on the line drive kick, on the free kick. Suarez now making it 4-3. Not done yet.
And you can hear the Canoga Park fans all around us coming back to life. 6:57 to play in the second half. And a 4-3 lead still for San Jacinto, but Canoga Park fans not done, and neither are the Hunters, as they have a free kick just beyond midfield. At the edge of the center field circle. And this one a good chance, and a nice shot on a great free kick. Just goes over the crossbar.
It was Andy Vielman wide open. And I'm telling you, you cannot get any more in front of the goalie. 1-on-1 on the free kick. Vielman, like a kid in the candy store, just took the shot a little too quickly. Still remains a 4-3 ball game.
And San Jacinto back with it. And they will, Canoga Park will clear it back out. We'll see if the Cinderella story can continue. San Jacinto looking for the SoCal Championship as they have the lead with 6 minutes to play. Coming in as the heavy favorite, Canoga Park with it. Quijada loses it at midfield and stolen back by San Jacinto, but then corralled back in by Canoga Park. And a header for San Jacinto as players fighting for it at midfield, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, as there was some physical play. It'll give it to San Jacinto on a free kick. And there you hear on the public address announcer system, it was Suarez with the goal, just to confirm, to make it 4-3. San Jacinto 26, 25, 2-3 on the season, with the lead, looking for the SoCal Championship of Division II with 5 minutes to play and a 4-3 lead. But the Canoga Park, the underdog Hunters, looking for the upset, looking to try and tie it back up. But Time is a-ticking, Manny.
Yeah, time is ticking, and you want to get 1 or 2 more stops here in these last 5 minutes, and the only way really you can get that last goal is on breakaways here. You can maybe get it on free kicks here and there, but it's got to be inside your own zone with not a lot of time on your side. You've got to go quickly in these last few.
Throw in on the near side for San Jacinto. Gets it in and trying to get it back to him, and they do. And trying to cross it, working his way into the box, and a kick gets deflected, and I believe a corner will be coming up for the Tigers. And it will. So Tigers trying to put the last nail in the coffin here as we're just under 4 minutes to play. If they could get a goal here, that might seal it.
Yeah, a goal. If they score that last goal here, that'll probably put the icing on the cake. And right now, again, if you are the Tigers, you want to kind of just take your time here at the chance at the corner.
And the corner goes out of bounds as it was kicked in by out of bounds, and Canoga Park back with it, down by 1 goal, 4-3 with 3:22 to play, and now it's cleared into the near side stands by, it was Martinez who had the opening goal, and it's stolen back again by Brian Garcia for San Jacinto, who's made a bunch of nice plays in the middle. Canoga Park gets it back past Myers, and Quijada on the near side overshoots it, and it's cleared a little bit back as in the middle again for San Jacinto is Hernandez. Down the far sideline. A lot of white jerseys around it to try and make the stop, and they do. And Canoga Park has 2:36 to try and tie it back up, or it will be San Jacinto Cal champions of Division II here in Downey. Myers shoots it out of bounds at midfield, so Canoga Park will have another throw-in. Just over 2 minutes to go here. They pretty much need a goal here, Manny.
Yeah, they need to get a goal, obviously, here to make it 4-4, but they got to go quickly. The breakaways need to be on their side right here. They cannot be giving up any chances at the end.
Yeah, like you said, really needs to come right now, as now the clock coming under 2 minutes to play, and Canoga Park still with it down the far sideline. As we're taking down close to 90 seconds to play in this championship game. And on the far sideline with 90 flat on the clock. And into Quijada, but Myers clears it out on the far sideline again, so another throw in for the Hunters. 1:15 left. Into the middle, and a shot goes off the crossbar! Off the crossbar for Canoga Park, still with possession. And onto the near side, it's Bill. And his shot gets deflected off the goal line. And it will be San Jacinto ball with under a minute. That might be it, Manny, but a good last effort by Canoga Park.
Maybe that could be the last one there. 40 seconds left, but that was your equalizer. A chance at the crossbar, and all the fans here from Canoga Park. Oh, unappreciative there.
Under 30 seconds, Canoga Park back with it, and Vilman cleared back though, and just 18 seconds to play. Last opportunity, and it goes out of bounds off of Canoga Park. That should be the championship. 10 seconds to play, and the throw-in just thrown down the sideline. 5 seconds, and that will be the SoCal championship for San Jacinto in Division II. They are the champions of SoCal. 4-3 the final. What a second half comeback by the Tigers. scoring 3 back-to-back goals after being down 2-1 at halftime, showing why they came in with a 25-2-3 record. SoCal championship.
Yeah, valiant effort by the Tigers overall, again being down 2-1 like you said, and to score 3 goals in that second half to come away with the win. And you definitely got to give credit, because this was definitely a title earned. For Canoga Park, though, again, they really wrote it all, winning a city section title, getting down to the final. I mean, an amazing road that this team had done. And, with the fans surrounding us, everyone's still on their feet. Very, very proud of this team. And to get all the way playing in March, not a lot of teams can say that they can play in March in this regional final. Only been around for a couple of years. So this is definitely something one to remember for the Hunters this season.
Yeah, such a tough stretch for the Hunters, as in the middle of the season not looking like they had any kind of playoff hopes, and then running through the LA City section, winning a couple games. A valiant performance for the Cinderella, but it ends tonight as San Jacinto wins the Division II Boys Soccer Championship of Southern California here on Play On Sports in Downey, California. And just a great second half performance with those 3 goals. Didn't really see that coming after the first half, but came out with so much energy and some great attacks.
Yeah, I didn't really think that they were going to score that quickly, and you can definitely bank that 4th goal scored at the end to make it that 4-2 game, because that 3rd goal was crucial there to at least cut it down to 1 for Canoga Park. But overall, I mean, a great effort there by San Jacinto to at least kind of just come out of the half. A lot of the teams will kind of be slumping their heads after halftime, being down to a team really going to leave everything on the line like that, and score 3 goals in that second half to really come out on top. Again, a title earned. Canoga Park definitely has, just really everything that they can really bank on, to finish second place with a season like they had this year, 8 straight winless games overall in the middle of the season. And then to go on the playoffs, win game after game. It was, attitude really says it all. The head coach, Jake Gwynn, basically would put it best. You take it 1 game at a time, and they really kind of took it 7 games overall to get to this last point. And again, not very many teams can say that they play in March. And, with a team like this to really go all out on the line, definitely their head should be definitely held high after this game.
And so we're going to wrap things up here on PlayOnSports.com. We'll have the rest of these SoCal championships tomorrow, throughout the day tomorrow here in Downey. So join us for that tomorrow as San Jacinto downs Canoga Park to become the SoCal champions of Division II Soccer. 4-3 the final for Manny Nunez. I'm Michael Conowitz. Have a great night on PlayOnSports.com.